Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Where did we get to last time? Oh, that's right, we went through... That was a super long episode. I apologize for that. It was, I was just getting really into it, and I wanted to get to the end of, Cody's testimony. Whew. That was a close one. Because, yeah, we found out a whole bunch of new information. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too.
Really? You both seemed so confident.
Huh, maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too.
Dead?
Of course, we're kidding.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right, thanks.
To be continued. I knew the to be continued was right there, but I just wanted to keep that little bit there to remind me at the start of the episode what we were doing. Yeah, we're back at the Wright & Co. law offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive, and proof. Does he have a pretty good idea? Maybe I should go back to the previous episode and look at it. I don't feel like we actually... Because I know who it is. I feel like our character doesn't actually know who it is yet. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's a new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Alright. Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. The director's alibi. What happened with that director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? She missed it all. Which is good, it's recapping it for us as well. Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP, Powers, right. Okay, let's move to... Well, let's go talk to Will Powers.
Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count.
Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Talk. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh,
And what?
Nothing, forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Tell me the rumors. Rick Manella. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that.
I can imagine him being in her beck and call, but I can't imagine him jumping. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I was started in the business, but he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing on little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. Oh, that's a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago. That's not suspicious at all. That's not a glaring hint, hint, nudge, nudge moment. It is a glaring hint, hint, nudge, nudge moment. Old bag. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think your guard's down. Yeah. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts at the guard station if we wanted. She's like poking her, basically. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. She's Vasquez. I was wondering about D. Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Okay, what about Manella? Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal? He's soft. A pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Of course he does. He's your typical, like, step on me, queen. You know. She's like this sultry, like, woman who demands respect and demands power. You know, commands power, I should say. Demands respect, commands power. And he's this, like, groveling nerd. So, of course, it's like all the friggin' fanboys groveling at Resident Evil 8's Lady Dimitrescu, or whatever her name is. Step on me, queen. I don't get it. I'm not the worshipping type. Nor am I the pain type. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. Stay innocent, Maya. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. Impossible! My voice for her is like slowly drifting into something from a David Firth cartoon. I feel like it's drifting into Bastard Man's voice. Are you a crime and all? A criminal? Why, yes. Yes, I am. Yeah, it's that voice. It's not like, that's where it comes from. All my voices, by the way, they all come from characters and stuff that I remember from when I was younger. Like, I used to watch David Firth's cartoons years and years and years ago. Specifically the Burnt Face Man and Salad Fingers cartoons. Lots of people attached to them, like, got attached to the Salad Fingers cartoon, and while I did enjoy it as well, I was way more attached to the Burnt Face Man cartoon. Burnt Face Man is really funny. Yeah, okay, let's just wander around all the areas. This area I feel is, like, shallower. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Oh, gumshoe. Yeah! No! No touching! Eek.
Oh god.
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times.
Was that supposed to be dramatic? It had a Q in it. It's dramatic. Whatever. Maybe it's supposed to be dramatique. Oh no.
I suppose it's the actor in me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like dramatic. I read it. I said it out loud as dramatic, but then I was like, wait a second. Dramatique, indeed.
Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
Let's talk to him.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills, how? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright.
Oh, yep. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills.
Looks like it.
That backs up our theory. That's cool. Yeah, found an employee area on it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone.
The investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
Mr. Edgeworth? How is Edgeworth doing anyway?
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room, and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
Yes, that's exactly what I asked for.
So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record, or updated in the court record. But here's Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Thank you, Detective Gumshoe. You are very helpful. wait. I love how that looks. You got Detective Gumshoe with this face. Just like slide away. It's just like I'm gonna go over here now. Let's go to the dressing room.
Oh,
hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess Will Powers won't be using it anymore, so...
What? Why?
But Will Powers is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai.
What? No!
Well, of course it is. They don't have a villain anymore. I mean, they could just put another person in the suit. But, yeah. Talk to Penny. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh?
I thought he went to Studio 1.
He stole the Steel Samurai costume too.
What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. She mentioned a rumor before. She wouldn't explain. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything, she said, but apparently.
Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt, you know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? The last episode. What? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something! Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Aw, this? It's gotta be this, right? And this is... a fan collected all these photographs. Aw. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago. Tell us what happened, yeah. Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. Asked him to. Asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her, if she'll talk. I think, in terms of the rooms, it's all the same stuff. There's a box for snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. It's completely empty. I can feel Maya's eyes burning in the back of my neck. Oh, right, we looked at the bag. I put all of Will Power's personal belongings in there. He'll be able to come to pick them up, right? I'm sure he'll come, yes. Yeah. Back to the employee area. Something about his face. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. But we want to talk. 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. Oh, right. Anyway, I just did it in the wrong voice. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think it's fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Do I? Oh, I guess it's the drugs, yeah. I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Allbag, but I do have proof. Assuming it's this. Or this. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat the steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
Ha! I bet Powers put it in there. I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes.
Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. Yeah, it's this. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle.
I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Oh. Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident, a fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag?
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag. Yeah.
Here, take this.
A photograph? Yeah. Wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. Yeah. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Oh. Suddenly I feel for Miss Oldbag. Alright. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume, then left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. I can't move to Studio 1 anymore. I can only go to Studio 2. Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? H-E-L-L-O. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. I suppose we should talk. Or can we move inside the trailer? Is there anyone in here? Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. So I'm sure there's nothing in here. Alright, let's talk to Vasquez. I just wanted to check there wasn't like salmonella or something in there. Actually, there isn't, no. Okay. But what I should do actually is I should do this. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That looks dangerous. Okay, it doesn't say anything to you. Okay, let's talk to Vasquez. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Full powers. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fake blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in that trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. I looked at the trailer. There was nothing. Oh, maybe I present her something. The frickin' photo we just got. Oh, dang. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Alright, let's move in. Actually, wait, before we do... you came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. So a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of his own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo to the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. This is why I saved it. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about all that? Care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that while where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. And then... Nah! I can't do Maya's screaming. Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez! You're coming down to the precinct with me now! Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then in court. I'll be looking forwad to it. Yay! It's one of those like brief moments, it's like, thank fuck! Yeah, thank you, Gumshoe. As the thing I freaking love, I really like Gumshoe. Even though he always tries to like, not help us, because he's working for the prosecutor. He's a good guy at heart. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe, thank you, I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe. Sorry, it's just, I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Yeah. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez? Or D. Vasquez? To be continued, yeah. I've known this since the start. But we have to have a little bit more to uncover before we know the full truth.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.